boy texts me, see what he wants. Gate code. That's Giancarlo. No. Today we're gonna have fun with this going on. Okay. I'm gonna put ChatGPT after. Actually, no. Not ChatGPT. I completely done with ChatGPT. Put the chat on and I pin always the best comment on the chat. Let's do this. A few days ago, I told stuff that we don't do in Italy, like pasta Alfredo. There's no such a thing. Yes, there's a restaurant in Rome called Alfredo where they come out with that butter and cheese. That's all it is, pasta. And that's it. But you never gonna hear that in a restaurant. Another thing is not in Italy is angel hair. Forget about it. No angel hair. No meatball. There's no chicken on pasta. Forget about it. And I mean, you can find some bolognese that is kind of meat and pasta together, but mostly no, unless you are doing ravioli or tortellini, and inside can be anything from mushroom porcini with ricotta and shaved truffle on top. They put ham and cheese. They do all kind of stuff. So tortellini is one of the things that can have all those American-friendly ingredients. We don't do. Okay, we never have coffee on the table before we finish dinner. So never ask a cappuccino when the waiter comes to take the order, because the cappuccino comes maybe after. It can come after lunch, but never at dinner. There is no such thing as cappuccino dinner. There is espresso, as many espresso as you want. It's always a good time to have an espresso, even if it's 10 o'clock at night. At the bar, you want espresso, because people go to work and do other stuff, so they need that booze. That you guys use Red Bulls. Incredible. Which disgusting. Where is my note? Oh, notes. No, wait a second. I have to do the chat. I put the chat on. Okay, as you might know, if you are watching from TikTok, I do not have the chat here. I only have the chat from Rumble, X, and YouTube here. Yep. I don't know why this platform is called Restream. It just does that. Maybe my little tea, waiting my boo. I should send her. She was at the gym though. A link to join. Copy link. I put it in the chat just in case you want to come in. That's the link to join. Wow, I send it to YouTube. No, on X. On X doesn't go. Good to know. So people press on the link can come and say hi. First time I wear this hat. I got it in a cowboy Christmas in Vegas. Pretty nice. This is my new drop. This shirt here for my brand. You ready? Look what it is. If someone found it offensive, I'm sorry. No. Because in life, if you don't stand for something, what are you falling for? Let me put it also. You see, if you paste and copy the link, you're chatting with me. A little notification on my platform is gonna come up, and I can invite you. I talk about some of the dishes that are very common there. Oh, first of all, we don't have a deep dish pizza in Italy. That's definitely something from the East Coast, New York, even in Chicago. East Coast invented this deep dish pizza. We don't have that. I bet they did it because they have no idea that the dough will grow so much. And then when it grows so much, they don't know how to stand it for more. So it was easy for them. So it was a mistake, a nice mistake because it's good. I can hear my bird. I'm supposed to hear. I didn't. I'm going to get it in a minute. I have a little parrot. Her name is Briciola. She's 27 years old. And when I talk about her, she listens to me. Otherwise, she's making with her teeth, with her beak. Hi, ho. Get, get. You farted. There's someone that always comes to the chat and does the joke, same joke, every single time. She's annoying. When I start talking, she starts to do this thing with the beak. I'm gonna show you after. I'll put it here. I have a little thing for her. See this thing? Hey, la vuoi finire? I'm saying English. Do you want to stop it? In Italian. Because when I'm mad, Italian dad usually always bitch in Italian, never in English. Just like the way it is. Ma che fai? Che mai combini? Che roba è questa? I think there is also a link of my merch on YouTube, just in case you want to go check. It's a lot on the website. All handcrafted by myself. So do you see the link there? The one that says studio.restream? Yeah. I'm explaining some of the phrases. Are you Italian by any chance? Some of the phrases that here they say different than in Italy. There is some regular thing that you find in the grocery shop, like mozzarella, that in New York someone tried to say mozzarella. Non diciamo mozzarella. We always say the end, so there is no such thing. Another thing, prosciutto. Say prosciutto. No, prosciutto. Prosciutto. It was prosciutto. Or capocollo. No, noi diciamo capocollo, which is not even that old anyway. It's just something that arrived here because you can stay a long time on the shelf, I guess, because we don't really use that. Difference between the stuff you can buy in Italy, the stuff you buy here, and that's why when everybody comes to Italy and say, "Oh, I was there, I eat 3 times a day, and I came back the same weight, even lighter," but I eat so much all the time because the material they're doing are much better to digest, and like, okay, for example, milk. You go to buy milk at the store. First of all, we don't sell gallons of milk. The biggest you can find is a quarter of gallon, that is a liter. And it lasts only 3 days. cheese, please. No, the mozzarella is unbelievable. Then when you buy mozzarella in Italy, you buy the mozzarella in the morning, and in the afternoon come the new one. So come twice a day, like the bread, twice a day. It's unbelievable. And always fresh. And for example, the milk lasts 3 days. The mozzarella lasts only that day. The day after, you use it for cooking. So you do pizza and stuff. It's even better for that because the first day, if you put it on the pizza, for example, it releases too much milk and we make the pizza wet. And you know, when you pick up the pizza and fold like that, sometimes because they use too much of a fresh mozzarella. So it has to be a little bit more seasoned. Who else like cheese? Which one is your favorite? Did you know I learned that Parmigiano cheese is some of the people that are allergic to cheeses can actually digest it because there is very little the protein that make people sick and is full of protein. There's more protein in Parmesan cheese than in meat. I don't know that. I just learned it. ChatGPT and Grok. Wish TikTok is that. That's why this light. Is in a comment if you try to comment, guys, just go to copy the link and jump into the chat. I should say open chat, especially Italian. If you feel like you're Italian and you want to talk about Italy with me, go ahead. I'm here, open to debunk any misconception you have. Um, I I generally hope that one day Italy will go out of the euro with back in the lira. It was so much fun going there. First of all, from an American standpoint, you go there and you feel like 10 times richer because the lira was so cheap compared to a dollar. For example, the dollar was 2,000 lira, the last exchange. And so you go there with $1,000, you have 2 million liras. That went very far. When you have 50,000 lira in your pocket, you feel rich and it's only $25. And here, like you can barely buy nothing. And even on the grocery shop, when you go in Italy, for example, a piece of bread, it costs a penny compare America. It never costs more than €1. And unless you buy a big piece of bread. When you buy a croissant, a cappuccino, and a fresh squeezed orange juice in Italy, you pay less than €5. And here, just a cappuccino costs you €5. And a croissant sometimes 5. So you're out $15, 3 times more. In Italy, when we are like 6, 7 people, we all fight for who's gonna pay for the coffee because the bill for 5 coffees, 7 coffee usually is espresso. It's only 2 kind of drink in Italy, espresso or cappuccino, and the bill is maybe €4.70. So who doesn't have €5 in the pocket? And that's how it is. It's another thing weird. In Italy, when you have to pay, everybody fight of who pays, so they get the thanks. But here, we fight not to pay. That's America. I know this. I also noticed in Italy, never once, there is a guy that split the bill with a girl. I never see it. And I'm involved in a couple of businesses here that have food involved. And when I see like they are going together to the cashier, right? And then he step back to send her first, almost hoping that she pays for him too. It's freaky. And then she pay for herself, and then he goes and pay for himself. And I just don't understand, especially when it's like it's clearly a date. I don't get it. Yeah. American way. Italian are more gentlemen, and that's why there is this Italian lover thing that attracts a lot of Americans. Another thing that attract Italian in American in Italy is the fact that when you go there, it's not like can I see your ID? We don't ask ID almost nowhere, and students that go there is like it's even better than Mexico. It's like a wild west, and but sometimes it gets a little bit too wild, and you can feel it when they're in the middle of Florence at nighttime. You're coming back from a beautiful dinner, and you hear these people screaming from far. You're closer, group of Americans, kids, always them. They're like that, and I'm faulty too because my boys do that too. They grow up here, so then we go there in the summertime, and when they go there, they make a mess all the time. You can recognize Americans immediately. And mm, yeah, shorts, for example. That's an American thing, you know? You go out in shorts at night. No, we don't. We put jeans. Mm, you never see someone in shorts, even if it's summertime. Um, New York people do it. I know a few of my friends after 25 years in America and playing poker with all kind of people. Um, I become friends with a bunch of people from New York, and the Italians are like it's like Brooklyn. Mm, the good one that made it in Manhattan, they are like almost all running restaurants or coffee places. If you want to find an Italian, always go in the kitchen and you find the main guys. They are usually Italian and or Mexican in United States. It's new music I make it with an app on my phone. Just because I forgot to have the editing software that I can make the song much longer and just keep it there forever. Yesterday we talked of a couple of spicy topics, and on TikTok, her account is going crazy. So many people have that problem. You guys should check her out. Scarlett, you can find her through myself. Just paste Scarlett to the people that I follow on TikTok, and she have like a series now. The fourth episode she just dropped it today of what happened in America when you die. It's kind of scary. What happened after, and what they want to deal with the bodies. Unbelievable. And today she started dropping some numbers, so it's gonna be like pretty controversial. It's a good music and a rock, metal. Is someone going on my authentication app? Try to get in my email. What do you do when it's like that? Crazy. Let me take my bird. I'll show you in a second. Wait. This is a little noisy thing that you were listening before. So this. Can you pick up a bird like this? She really like it too. Let me see if I can put you closer to me. Maybe here. Yeah. Maybe it will. Maybe the birdie. What's that? She would have anything. If I make spaghetti, she loves spaghetti. Sending a picture to someone that is in Vegas. Oh, wow, don't get me with that. Now I'm live on YouTube. I'm inviting someone. I'm inviting someone. Or like. Let's see what she say. I can call Giancarlo too. Or invite a bunch of people. Let's see. GC. Oh. Okay. My boo's in the restroom. But one day I want to have you and your sister both in the chat. I put left and right for different rooms. She's such a sweetheart, Monday to Friday. You look like I'm fixing you that you look like you're on the stream. First spot. Why I sent this picture? Ecco qua. Hi Scarlett. You open the comment. What I miss about Italy. Let's start with what I don't miss about Italy, which is traffic, parking. She freaked out this summer when she came to. I'm gonna pin your comment first. So, she came to Italy and she was like, "What is that?" I was parking like where you cannot park on in third line and stuff because that's how it is. It was not made for cars. It was made for carriage and stuff. So now there is not really much parking there. So people have to kind of come up with something. But Italy was not made when there were cars. It was before that. So people forget that when they come there and they say, how they drive there? That's why they say 1,000 scooters. Because imagine back then, instead of a scooter, you have like a donkey or you have like a bicycle then, And now everybody has a scooter. What else I don't miss about is the bureaucracy. Bureaucracy in Italy is crazy. To go to see, like, to do something at the city hall, it takes you forever. And then you go there and they are closed because only half day, and the day you go is like the afternoon, and you go in the morning. And then they change without telling nobody anyway. So I hate bureaucracy, and I hate the fact that everybody smokes. There's more people that smoke in Italy. It's still cool there. So you see almost children smoking, 14, 15 years old, boys and girls, both in the middle of the street smoking. I don't like that. What I like about Italy a lot is the respect for older people. Old people in Italy are respected because they are somebody you go to, right? She's right. They like to see the knowledge, and they are willing to share. You see those videos when you see the Italian guys that look people construction and looking just do like that. So people sometimes they're doing a job, right? They just can see. It's like Google Live, and you can see the old guys on the rail that if you're doing good or if you're doing bad, So I miss that. Of course, the food, because here, if you want to eat a good Italian restaurant, you have to go to, for example, Vegas, two places, Carbone and Cipriani. That's it. And when you leave, you are lucky if you have all four two legs and two arms with you, because sometimes you have to pay with one of them because it costs so much. In Italy, every place is like that. Every place is just perfect. They, as Scarlett knows, so they almost have all the same menu. So it's not like a really much difference between restaurants, but everybody cooking a little different. So people go there for something, for the pizza, for example. They go to another place for the risotto alla pescatura, another place for spaghetti alle vongole. So my favorite food is mozzarella, by far. It's like hands down. It's like my bread and butter, mozzarella, and maybe 5 coffee a day. Scarlett, remember when you asked for iced coffee? We have to go so many places to find someone that can mix, and then we decided we're gonna do ourselves. So we get a normal cappuccino, sugar it, and then just dump it in a glass with ice, and that was a drink. That was fun. It's a money rainbow rumble. I never used that one. I can choose between Rumble and Kicks, and I did Rumble today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 channels. Okay. All right, all right. The difference between Italian and American mozzarella is this: that in Italy you buy and eat mozzarella the same day. In America, you can last the mozzarella can last days, sometimes weeks. That's not the same thing. Scarlett, you are cancelled. Look what she wrote. Really? Really? I know. Because now she discovered that we have a Starbucks also there. So we were in Florence and very, very, very embarrassed. I was like, okay, let's go. Starbucks was just under our Airbnb, which we find the place is such in the middle of Florence. It was so cool. I really like it. So that's my boo. I put the link there. Nobody wanted to. There is a pinned comment. Just had to click the link and come in. Any of you. Let me do short chat. Bambola. It's the only advice for me. Face red heart shape. What's face red heart shape? The coffee you make me is amazing. I don't remember this face red up. What do you mean? Bye, Felicia. Bye.